For years, I've dreamed about building a place people could come and enjoy the outdoors. And this video marks the beginning of that journey. From a full farmhouse restoration to major setbacks.
That is not good at all.
You're gonna see it all right here on Urban Coastal Outdoors. First, we need to give you some background details on the lay of the land. The property is made up of 3 sections. My section, which is just a little over 70 acres, and my dad's 2 sections, which is 17 acres and a little over 112 acres. So as of now, the property is made up of about 200 acres. You can find about any animal species on our property that you wish to find, including deer, turkey, pigs, and of course coyotes. Finally, what is our goal? Our main goal is to create a destination people can come and enjoy the outdoors, whether they like to hunt, fish, or just enjoy the atmosphere. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. We're located in South Georgia, by the way. More on that soon, but let's get to the video. The first major task I have on my hands is to get my pine rows cleaned up. And I won't lie, at the recording of this video, I'm still working on this. But seriously, they were super overgrown.
That's what I'm about to go through with the old bush hog behind me. I got so many rows, it's not even funny.
Let's look at some of the progress made on the cutting. On the ends of each main set of pine rows, there were a bunch of little pines and weeds that would grow up. So this is a before and after of what it looked like after cleaning some of those up. And before we continue with the mowing, let's hop over to the house real quick and see what's going on over there. So some context on the house, we think it's from the early or late 1800s and it's in pretty rough shape, but we want to do our best to save it. So here's some clips on what it looked like the first time we showed up to the property and really assessed what we could do with it. As you can see, it has a pretty big tree growing from the roof. Also plenty of holes in the roof and lots of floor damage. So it's gonna take some major work to get the floor and roof back to where it needs to be. But also, it's a little unlevel, so the house is gonna have to be jacked up and re-leveled.
I mean, honestly, I thought it was gonna be way worse. How bad is it underneath, like on the flooring and everything? Yeah, it feels a little rough in there, right here, the floor.
That needs to be tore out and fixed.
Not that bad. I mean, when you look at it from the out, it's starting to sink.
The roof is missing in the back.
Starting to sink back here.
Yeah. See, like where the doors are crooked. And there's a hole in the roof, so that's what's got it.
Enough yapping, it's time to get to work. To start, I decided to take out this old rotten front deck that was added onto the original porch. And here is the final product. Next, I spent a few minutes on the porch removing an old rubber mat that was nailed into the ground and removing some of the carpet from the inside. I made sure to wear a mask the entire time I was on the inside just to keep myself safe from all the dust and anything else that was, baking on the inside of this house for the last 200 years. I slowly made my way around the left side of the house, cleaning up everything I could on the way. I then cut this tree in half at the bottom so it would start to die and it would be easier to remove later. And I also started removing some of the back porch. You can also see Dad in the corner over there, and he's removing some of the old house wiring. We also ran into quite a few of these pesky critters, so we had to take care of some of them too. Finally, for this episode, we decided to finish up with cleaning up the tree that came through the roof of the house and also fixing up some of the holes so no animals could continue to come in and out of the house, or at least minimize it to the best of our ability. And here's Vader. He wasn't too thrilled about not being able to come up on the roof, but it's okay, because he still loves us. Vader also found this pretty cool deer shed that kept him entertained while we finished up the roof. But now that we have a good start on this house, let's go ahead and take one more look at the progress on the mowing to finish off this video. For the most part, it was going pretty smooth, other than this gearbox I broke on one of the bush hogs, and having to get a replacement, and a stick going through our fuel line. But other than that, you can see here I've done about 45% of the pines at the making of this video. But by the time this video is posted, I should be much closer to being finished than that. But that's going to pretty much wrap up this first episode of the project videos. I'm going to try to post one of these every month, so stay in tune for that. But until then, make sure you subscribe, drop a like and a comment, and we'll see you next time.